Welcome back to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. We are back to talk about week 3 of the NFL. But let me introduce my guest here. He is, or his fantasy team name is same new season, same-ish. Steven, how you doing today?
Doing good. I think it's the perfect name too. Same
I think so.
New season, same shit.
I agree. My second guest, of course, he is known in the fantasy world as Cobra Kyler. It's Tyren. Tyren, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, let's get into some matchups here. Let's get into you, Tyren. Your Saints. I think they ran out of gas because they lost to the Eagles 15-12. What happened, man?
Defense played great. Derek Carr showed us who he really was.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. He played clean football for most of the game. Our running game was okay. Olave scored a touchdown.
You did.
Yeah, if he didn't throw that pick and we were able to get into field goal range, or even a touchdown, I think. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But he threw a pick, and
Was that the downfall?
Yeah, that was the end of the game.
Damn. Well, to me, it was a boring game. It was like 0-3 until halftime. So I'm like,
Yeah, it was a defensive.
very
It was a defensive battle. Unfortunately, Carr made the one mistake, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I had him as in fantasy quarterback, and he only gave me like 11 points.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I did lose, actually. I think it's because of him, but
Probably.
It's okay. Yeah. Well, Saints can bounce back to this. Eagles, again, I always say they are the fake team, the worst team in the NFL. But let's move on here. Steven, I'm sorry, Steven. This is also another blowout here. You lost to the Texans lost to the Vikings 7-34.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing went right. Either side of the ball. Laramie Tunsil is the worst left guard in football. Tired of seeing it happen. And then he has the nerve to blame the entire line except for himself. How dare he?
I know. He should blame himself.
The sitter didn't snap it quick enough. I was like, really? Maybe you should sit your fat ass down so the play starts.
I agree.
Sorry, I just hate that guy. Other than that, no, it's just a bad day overall. And Stroud was every time just pressured every play. It was just ugly to watch. And good for Minnesota though. They look firing on all cylinders. They look pretty good.
I think you guys were missing Mixon.
Yeah, we needed a run game to bail us out, but I don't think that would have helped us that day.
Probably not. But don't worry, your Texans and Tyren, your Saints will win next week. But it's a humble brag here, but my team won. My team won.
Y'all didn't play anyone.
Hey, a win is a win. We beat the Patriots 24-3. A win is a win. I don't care who anybody says.
It's a division win, so it's important.
Very important. Aaron Rodgers has finally found his groove. Our own lineman is great. Our defense is great. Dude, come on. Let me take this win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
I guess you can have it, but still.
It was good.
Y'all played against the Jacoby Brissett-led team.
Jacoby looked terrible, and then May looked terrible.
They both did.
Andre looked terrible.
Oh my dude, he made 0.3 in fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. He lost me my dynasty matchup this week
Oh damn.
single-handedly.
Oof.
Well, the Jets will face um the Broncos, Zach Wilson's team, and after that would be the Oh no, sorry. I think this week is Vikings against Sam Darnold, former Jet quarterback, and then next week is Zach Wilson. So I think it's a revenge game for the Jets because we hated these guys when they're in
Revenge
the
for
Jets.
the Jets.
Yeah, not for them. It's revenge for us.
The Jets ruined their careers. What are you talking about?
They ruined our career
No.
by being there.
No.
Doesn't work like that.
When your team hasn't won since the 60s, you can't blame it on the kids, all right?
That's true. That's true. Well,
But
if you're, yeah,
Zach Wilson was ass.
he is. Oh, 3 years we wasted. 3 years.
He was
But-
ass. But that's okay. Y'all draft Arch Manning in the future, and things are going to be all right.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Wow. Y'all have a plan. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right. That was our matchups for this week. But I do have some questions for you guys, of course. There's a lot of great games that happen. But which 3-0 team is the best? Bills, Steelers, Chiefs, Vikings, or Seahawks?
Oh, wait, the Bills won.
Yeah, the Bills easily.
Bills?
Oh,
You
yeah.
said 0-3, right?
No, 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. Okay. Repeat
yeah.
that list again. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Bills, Steelers, Chiefs, Vikings, Seahawks.
The Bills are on a mission this year.
I think the Seahawks are the wait, like as of right now, like playing wise,
Yeah, playing wise, like the best
Oh.
team right now as 3-0.
it's between the Seahawks and the Bills to me. I can't pick between those two. Mahomes is turning the ball over way too much.
He is.
Yeah, that team should be 1-2. They look really bad.
The Steelers haven't really had. I mean, they're 3-0, but they really haven't played
Those are
anyone competitive.
Defensive wins, really.
Yeah, because they played the Falcons, the Chargers without Justin Herbert for half the game, and the Broncos with a rookie quarterback. So, you know, I mean, it's 3-0, but it's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's between the Bills and the Seahawks.
Bills and Seahawks.
Seahawks
Okay.
defense looks amazing this year.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the Vikings, and their defense run by Brian Flores has
Oh yeah, it's Tampa 2 defense.
got me convinced something could happen.
Yeah, his offense style is working with that offense. Sam Darnold is playing like he's Tom Brady or something.
He's playing like how he should have played with the Jets.
Oh,
Yes.
don't. Yes, we were in, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time for the Jets.
The Adam Gase effect.
Oh, don't, like I said, do not mention that guy's name in
One of the
this
worst
podcast.
coaches ever.
I just get like the goosebumps when I hear his name.
Nightmares.
Yeah. No, not even nightmares. Like he's the devil for the Jets.
You hear that? You're the devil, Gase.
Yeah. All right, Seahawks or Bills. Okay. Last year we had a resurgence of Joe Flacco in the Browns. Are we getting that same resurgence now for Andy Dalton in the Panthers?
No.
They played the Raiders.
The Dalton's just a better option, but no.
Dalton's gonna go back to his normal holding the ball too long, getting sacked, and throwing picks
Yeah.
when they play the Bengals next week. So
He looked very hot. I mean, he knows his plays. He knows the playbook. He was an early team.
He's
He's
no
been there for
scrub,
2 years.
but he's not taking them anywhere.
But they played the Raiders, so I mean,
Yeah, the Raiders. Antonio
Raiders-
Pierce is not happy with his team.
No, they were good last year.
I think they're a fine team. They just need a leader and a quarterback.
in defense, well, secondary.
Yeah, secondary.
You're saying Gardner Minshew is not a leader?
No.
He's not a quarterback of the future.
Oh,
He's just some mid-20s frat boy still.
But he had that, iconic mustache when he was in the Jaguars. I think he could pull that off again.
He still has it.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he has a goatee.
I mean, he has the soul patch, but it counts.
All right.
The Frank Zappa look.
Well, what about Malik Willis? And he faced the Titans.
Malik has been so impressive.
Yeah, he has.
And, I mean, it's another take a good quarterback out of a bad situation, and look what happens.
Absolutely. No negativity on Malik Willis here. But there's a lot of I know Miss Butt's not here, but there's a lot of negativity on the quarterback for Miami. Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson, he sucks. He's ass.
I called it. I called it. I'm very weary. They should have kept Mike White.
They should have. But they have Tyler Huntley now, so they should have started him,
Tyler
not
Huntley is
Skylar.
not good.
He was good in Ravens.
I think he'd be better
he
than
wasn't.
Thompson,
What?
but it's not going to make a difference.
He cost them their playoff game against the Bengals.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Oh, besides that, it was great.
Okay.
Dolphins are in a bad spot, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a someone created like a help wanted poster of quarterbacks. Please sign up.
Yeah. If you've ever thrown a spiral, please come.
Please.
Tannehill's still available, and they can trade for any backup in the league. Jameis is right there.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy G's right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are they waiting
Even
for?
Carson, they want to take a gamble.
I thought he was a backup for Chiefs. No.
He is. No, I'm saying like you have backups available that they can trade for. They can give up a 6th-round pick. They don't have to give up anything.
They could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do what I can to go get Trey Lance.
Oh.
Hey.
He's been given 0 opportunities.
He didn't look good in the preseason, though.
Yeah, neither did Josh Allen, but
Josh Allen is.
Trey Lance threw 5 picks in one game.
Yeah, that's preseason, though.
So imagine how the regular season would look if you're throwing 5 picks in a preseason game.
I always go back to the Patriots. They went 0-4 during the perfect season year. I just leave preseason alone.
Yeah, that's true. But what about how are we feeling about Jalen Daniels? He looks very impressive last night, at least.
I love that dude.
I love that guy.
It's making me liking the Commanders a lot now because of that team. They have Brian Robertson, Jalen Daniels. They still have the Redskin. Oh, sorry. The former commander. Sorry, I said a bad word. Former commander player, or now commander player, Tyren McLaurin. He's still around with the team. So that team is... that team is looking good. What about do you think Cowboys have a defense problem or everything problem?
Micah Parsons problem.
Jerry has an ego problem.
And Jerry as well, yeah.
He said that he couldn't afford Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't think that's true. I think he could afford him.
That's not true.
Yeah, Derrick wanted to be there. I'm sure y'all could have worked something out.
Derrick is getting paid $8 million.
Yeah,
which probably easily could have been $5 or $6 million in Dallas.
Oh.
They're coping. So are the fans. I was listening to the ticket, and they were like, "I never wanted to sign Derrick Henry." I was like, "Really? Derrick Henry's too old. He's washed. Really?"
No. Well, they're saying that?
Oh yeah. I was like, Cowboys fans are stupid and delusional. It's hard being both.
He's washed, but you go and sign Zeke, who can barely run.
Now Zeke is washed.
Yeah,
not Derrick Henry.
Zeke is done.
Oh, well, they're gonna face the Giants this Thursday Night Football. Maybe they'll turn it around.
Yes, they turn it around
against the Giants, of course, but
All right. Well, let's get into the news here. Vince Carter's jersey will be taking flight to the rafters in 2 arenas this season as Raptors join Nets, in retiring Vince Carter's number 15 jersey.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's not. I know everyone's known him for the slam dunk contest, but he's more than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a good player.
He was.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Wish he could have won a championship, but you know.
His longevity was very impressive.
Absolutely. Monday Night Football's Commanders and Bengals was the first NFL game since 1940 with no turnovers or punts.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It was a good game.
Fantastic game.
Better than the other one.
Yeah, the other one was just boring.
Jacksonville took the title of worst team for now.
Yeah.
What happened to Trevor Lawrence?
They're struggling to get over 20 points.
He was so good in college, at least the highlights I've seen, but now he's like a normal quarterback.
He's just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy. Well, speaking of Jaguars, Bill Belichick is linked to the Jaguars head coach position.
Bill should stay retired.
Doug Peterson might be gone after the season.
I like Bill as an analyst.
Oh, yes.
He's really smart and he tells jokes. Who knew?
We all need some jokes here. Brett Favre has testified in Congress that he's recently diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He's still in trouble with stealing those funds from different projects.
Yeah, it's not all so bad for him.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
So he's trying to have a sob story now?
I mean...
Kind of, yeah. I stole from children, but I have Parkinson's.
That's not going to save you, sir.
You
could be a criminal with Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Hall of Famer, Brett Favre.
Unbelievable.
Well, last year I was talking about one running back, if you guys remember, Eddie Lacy. I was saying he was one of the best running backs, at least for the Packers. We have a video message from himself. So let me...
What?
Hey, what's up, guys? Eddie Lacy here. I really appreciate you guys for, thinking I was one of the best running backs in Packers history. That always makes me feel good. I definitely appreciate it. And as far as you guys, Brown Boy Wonder podcast, I guess a cool Packers story would be when I was a rookie during OTAs. We had to get up there before the veterans did, and we go through our plays on our own. We learn the playbooks on our own, and then the veterans come in. A few weeks later or whatever it was. So we have our first mixed practice with the rookies and the veterans, but the way they have the rotation set up, it's always a rookie quarterback with a rookie running back and rookie receivers. The rookies always end up being in the huddle together, and the veterans always end up in the huddle together. But somehow we got off rotation, and I ended up in the huddle with the veterans. And in my head, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, this is Aaron Rodgers. And it's a running period, so it's about to be my first handoff from Aaron Rodgers. So I'm freaking out in my head. I'm thinking about, I can't wait to get a handoff. Like after practice, I'm calling my mom. I'm super, super excited. And so we get to the line of scrimmage, and Aaron realizes that it's me in the backfield and not, James Starks, who was the veteran running back at the time. So he looks at me and he calls an audible to a play I've never heard of because we didn't get that far in the playbook as far as rookies is concerned. So he audibles the play. I freak out and I look at my coach because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, where am I going? Like, I don't know what this is. He audibles the play and then he hikes the ball and everybody takes off and I'm just standing there. And now I'm freaking out and And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, like I just messed up the first handoff with Aaron Rodgers. Like he's going to fuss and blah, blah, blah. And he looks at me, he's like, oh, come on, rookie, get in the playbook. And then I like freak out even more. And then I walk back to the coach. I have like my head down and stuff. I'm like super nervous. And because I thought like I missed something in the playbook that we like, that we covered, but I thought I missed it. And the coach was like, "Nah, don't worry about it." He knew that I didn't know. Like he knew that we didn't get that far in the playbook, so he was just messing with me. And I felt a lot better after that. But that was my first almost handoff from Aaron Rodgers. Wish you guys the best. Continued success with your podcast and go Pack Go.
That was Eddie Lacy with a cool story. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool insight.
I
We
would
said
be-
that was his first almost handoff from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's very interesting. But thank you, Eddie Lacy, for that cameo. I really appreciate you, man, and I hope you can hear this. But before we end this podcast, of course, we'll end it off with our fantasy starts of week 4. You guys ready?
Sure.
All right. For quarterback position, do you guys start Justin Fields against the Colts?
I don't know. Caleb Williams had a decent game against that defense. That defense, that whole team is their identities question. Like I don't know who the Colts are.
Yeah.
Either they're good or really bad.
Well, they're not good.
They're just there. If you have no other options, go for it.
Okay, so no Justin Fields then. All
Maybe.
right.
I mean, he has rushing upside, so that's
Yeah,
always good.
Maybe.
All right. For running back, do you guys start Lions Jamar Gibbs against the Seahawks?
Yes, I always start Gibbs.
Yeah, he's basically their utility player, so he'll get the ball.
Absolutely. Well, what about wide receivers, 49ers, Juwan Jennings against the Chiefs?
Uh,
I mean, Brock Purdy loves him, so
the Chiefs secondary is benefited from the refs, so I don't know.
Well, Ayuk is disappeared, so maybe Jennings will take over that.
He got paid and he's terrible, so never heard that before.
All right. What about tight ends? Bears, Cole Kmet versus the Falcons.
No.
I don't know. That offense is very. They're still finding out their identity also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Williams does not have a preference. If someone's open, if someone's covered, he'll give them the ball. It doesn't matter at this point.
So
tight ends are very weak in fantasy at the moment.
Yes, they are.
I mean, what is his name? David Schultz got 30 points, and he's probably the only tight end who would make that points this next 5 weeks. So
you said Schultz had 30 points.
30 points. Eagles.
I think Goddard had 30 points.
Oh, sorry, Goddard. I get
okay.
confused with those two. So, excuse me, Goddard. Goddard from Jimmy Neutron.
Sure.
But yeah, Goddard got 30 points. So Cole Kmet might make the same thing. Who knows? What about defense? My New York Jets D versus the Broncos.
Yes.
I think they're the number one defensive team in fantasy. So if you have them, congrats.
I don't know.
Is another team better than the Jets defense?
Maybe the Bills.
The Bills get a lot of sacks.
Because of how they played yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
Turnovers. The Bears defense is pretty good.
But better than the
Houston's
Jets?
defense was good except for that one game.
All right.
Yeah, the Jets are good, but number one, I don't know. Still starting though.
All right. Well, that was the fantasy weeks. Oh, excuse me. That was the fantasy starts of the week for week 4, and that's pretty much it. Still like to thank Eddie Lacy for that cameo, and Steven, where they can find you, man?
On X.com, you can find me at Chef Sven, and anywhere else, Chef Sven, LOL.
Alrighty, and Tyren, what about you?
Y'all can find me at the Tyren on Instagram.
Ecliptor! Who's he? He's trouble.
If you're looking for an amazing podcast that recaps Power Rangers in space, then there's only one stop for you, and that is Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Watch it today, or feel my wrath.
Oh hey, it's Lex Lang, voice of Ecliptor from Power Rangers in Space. And I just wanted to say congratulations to Anthony and Abrar for putting together an amazing podcast that really shows off Power Rangers in Space. So if you haven't seen it or heard it, be sure to tune in. Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. That's right. It's amazing.
I think so too.
We are back for our predictions for week 4. Of course, I'm talking about with my cousin, Wally. Wally, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Well, do you have the results for week 3?
Yes, I do. Abrar, you finished with a 2-3 record, while I finished with a 3-2 record. So just got one notch above you. Our overall weekly pick'ems, you are winning by 1 game, so it's getting tighter than ever.
Very tight, very tight. I like that. Well, let's get into the week matchups here. Let's start off with the Thursday night football. Cowboys versus Giants. New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. Who do you got here?
This seems like a trap game. Easily a trap game for the Cowboys. I know they coming off a crushing L against the Ravens last week. Giants won last week as well. I don't think the Giants will pull this off. I'm going with Cowboys. I don't see them losing back-to-back games. I think Dak and company is going to get things rolling with CeeDee Lamb. Giants are out with his 2 starting cornerbacks. Give me the boys out in MetLife.
I am agreeing with you. I think Cowboys needs to win this match. If they don't win this match, just sell the team. Jerry Jones, if you hear me, just sell the team. You don't deserve the Cowboys. But I'm picking the Cowboys here. They need to win. For the next match, we have the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Who do you have here?
This is a tough one. Both are coming off interesting wins and losses from last week. Baker had been rattled by that Denver defense.
Yeah.
Eagles defense seems to be pretty good, and they made a very crucial stop against the Saints last week, which is very impressive. I'm going to go Bucks here in the rebound game. I don't see them losing back-to-back. Plus, Eagles, I know Hurts and Barkley have been developing some groove. I actually like the Bucks at home here with Baker and Co. Who do you got, bro?
Oh, well, I disagree with you. I think I'm very critical on the Philadelphia Eagles as of late, but I think they should have get it going with this match. Jalen Hurts should, or Shaquan Barkley, that's his name, right? Shaquan Barkley?
Shaquan.
Yeah, there you go. Mr. Barkley. I think he should have at least 20 rushes here. It's gonna be a rushing game, so I'm feeling a little Eagle here. So I'm going with the Eagles.
All right. Next up, we got the Vikings at the Packers. Bro, who do you have here?
Look, our Jets former quarterback Sam Darnold. He is doing an amazing job with the Vikings. He's hitting all cylinders. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them. I am going with the undefeated team. They're going to be now, 4-0 if they win this after this match? So I'm going with the Vikings. What about you?
Sam Darnold for sure has been on a resurgence streak with his new team. He's finding his groove in the NFL. I'm super happy for him.
Yes.
I think Jordan Love is coming back, and I really like what I saw week 1 against the Eagles out in Brazil. Give me the Packers at home. They are a different team this year,
Mm-hmm.
and their defense has been stepping up like crazy. I think they lead the league in interceptions this far. Xavier McKinney has been helping out in the back end. I definitely see the Packers pulling this away and handling Minnesota their first loss of the season.
Is Jordan Love playing this week? I thought it was Willis or Malik.
I don't care who you have back there. They seem to be crushing it, bro.
Okay.
Mr. LaFleur is doing an excellent job with that team.
Absolutely. All right. The next matchup is probably the best match of this week. It's the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens. I am going with, because like I said, it's a big match. I think it's a toss-up. It could be anybody's game. They're both equally matched. You have Josh Allen. You have Lamar Jackson. You have the great running backs there. I'm going with Derrick Henry's running back flow, the Ravens here, man. I think they're going to plow through the Bills, even though the Bills are really hot. I'm going with the Ravens. How about you?
Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson really don't come by these matchups that often.
Mm-mm.
But whenever we do, it's a treat. Lamar and Co. gotta get it going. I saw them doing that with Derrick Henry last week and the Cowboys. Yeah. They seem to find their groove in the running game. Hopefully that continues. But I'm going with the Bills, man. They were just absolutely dominant on Monday Night Football.
They were
all cylinders. You would think without the receivers who departed from the team last year played into effect for Josh Allen, but he seems to be on another level this year. MVP candidate. I'm going with the Bills on the road and upset here.
I see your thoughts, because you know Josh Allen has been cheated every year, so maybe it's his chance. Sir. I don't know. Yeah,
it might be his year.
Our last matchup is a good one here. It is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. Who do you got here, man?
This will be a great game. Monday Night Football, Seahawks, Lions. I'm going with the Seahawks here on the road. I know Lions have been crushing it as of late. Seahawks are still undefeated. I like their chances with Geno at the helm. They seem to have a running game with Charbonnet in the backfield while Walker is out.
Yeah,
that defense is just as scary as that Legion of Boom. I'm going with Seahawks here, the upset on the road.
Oh man, well I am agreeing with you. You know, when I look at DK Metcalf, all I think of is, man, that guy's huge, and I think he's gonna run through the Lions defense. And of course, the Seahawk, the bird, they're gonna fly. Caw. So I'm picking with the Seahawks here.
Interesting take. I like how you involve the animals there.
Yeah, I mean we have a lion. I don't know how they talk, or they're like roar or something like that. And the Seahawks go caw. We got a raven that goes like pew 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 pew. We got the Bills go moo. So it goes crazy here, man.
I would just like to say, Bills do not go moo.
What do they say?
You guys will find out in the next episode of the Weekly Pick'ems in Week 5.
Yes, sir. Well, sir, where can they find you, man?
Oh, they can always find me on the Garden State.
Okay. Are you having nice weather there?
It's the Garden State.
Okay. Well, of course, you can follow, like I said always before, you can follow this on Spotify, Apple, and I'm on Instagram on Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. And yeah, hopefully I can beat you this week. I don't know.
We'll see, man. The Brown Boy and Garden State have a fantasy matchup this week as well.
Oh, yes. Can we talk about our trade?
I think we have to wait till next week. It hasn't been finalized just yet.
That is true. We have to wait Sunday, either before the game or after the game. But yeah, till then.
Only time will tell.
Time is a nuisance, as they say. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow